24 hours since I did a single snap. Probably one of my records. We're doing a little mini lesson here, a couple of words. Here we go. Let me make sure that my esophagus is lubricated for this mini lesson. Could be talking for a bit. I had a great message from one of my people here, and she said, "Hey Lewis, we always hear about everything's going so great. Got the fucking business and the profit and the following and the bloody and the mastermind, and here you are with the fucking all the shit, you know, all the stuff. And we don't hear too much about the struggle, the personal struggles that you have. And can we share some? Could I share some? Yes, I could share some. Let me talk about that. Struggle. Struggle is an interesting word. And in my mind, and therefore in my lessons, I segregate struggle from challenges. Struggle is I am struggling. And a challenge is something that's happening to you. Some shit's actually coming up right now. And when it comes to challenges, I have a tremendous amount of challenges. In fact, I would probably wager the level and the degree of the challenges that I get to experience every week and every month might even be higher than the normal person's challenges. I mean, at any given time, there's 15 to 20 people on the payroll, and therefore 15 to 20 human families who are relying on me going out there to the marketplace, serving the people, selling products, and generating enough income to pay them and their families so that they can live and eat and breathe and pay for the rent. And that is the buck stops at me. That's the end of the line. That is a very big responsibility that a lot of people they don't quite grasp it. And then within that dynamic, there's competition. We have competition and cooperation in the business dynamic. And so there's human emotion. Everyone's trying to get what they want and barter and bargain, and they need to get what they want, and why else are we getting what we want so we can look after them in the long run? There is a tremendous amount of challenge in that. And so while we got to balance all that and keep everyone happy here, there's 8,000 paying clients that we have to serve and make sure they're happy and make sure we don't say the wrong thing, piss them off. Some of them are fucking emotional fuckers. And sometimes we lower the price of the service that we are offering to them and give them more value, and they still fucking find a reason to complain against that. And so once we're balancing that, then there's a third party influence. And that's where we have the blackmail, the haters, the people who are trying to sue us, take us down, compete against us. We have people leveraging our name brand because it gets traffic, and they rank on Google. Then they trash talk us. Then they send us a fucking invoice to say, we'll take it down if you fucking pay us. Pure corporate blackmail. And then we got the beautiful souls who find our phone numbers and our addresses, and here they are calling us up and showing up at our house, our private house. Here we are, our safety and our security's at jeopardy here. That's sometimes challenging. And then we're constantly being ripped off and scammed on the Instagram. I'm sure you've been followed by a bunch of people who say they're me, and here I am messaging you, asking you to send money. That's not me. We're constantly people scamming us and then copying our content, by the way, and selling it, and there's constant lawsuits all the time. And then the sweet icing sugar on the top is the friends and the family and the people we've grown up with. Then they've got the guilt trips. Hey, you never see us anymore. You never come to this, or you never do that. You never pick the phone up. And here we are, and bloody hell, and are you too good for us now? And all this bullshit. And the rumors and the hearsay and the gossip and the dinner table conversation. We're the subject of that. We get to be the subject of that. By the way, I'm not complaining about this. This is fantastic. I don't give a fuck about this shit. This fucker's got nothing better to talk about than me. Fantastic. But it can be challenging from time to time. And just like everyone else, we have the people who are in our family dropping dead, getting old, getting the cancer, getting sick, dying, killing themselves, friends who've killed themselves during my time here on INSTA SNAP. There are challenges. But get this now, challenge is not the same shit as struggle. You choose to struggle. Struggle is a perception of challenge. I'm struggling. Not a challenge. Challenge is great. And your ability to cope with challenge will determine the level of results that you get in your life. But not struggle. Struggle's for weak fucks, for victim mentality. I'm not talking about physically weak. I'm talking about mentally and spiritually weak. Weak fucks. I'm talking about people who don't know themselves. People who are still trying to find out what they're doing here on the rock. People who don't have a mission that transcends life. Last time we had a death here, there was the death. We found out about the death, and then there was someone else who was giving us a challenge. I wanted to kill some fucker that same day. And here I was there swinging around the bat, joking about how I'm going to kill this fucker. There'll be 2 deaths for the day. 2 motherfuckers dying. When you're on a mission, when you have a mission that transcends life, that shit doesn't put a fucking, there's no hurdle there. You keep going. And when you get to the level that you're not even judging life or death, that other stuff is just child's play. That's just fun stuff that you get to deal with, that you get to experience. Like I said before, you get to experience challenges. So I hope I answered the question. I shared some challenges that we have. Some people might not have known that we have some stuff. There's some stuff that comes up. There's some challenges, but that's not struggle. I don't do a whole lot of personal struggle, except for the shit like hangovers, the shit like when I broke the ankle, which is still not right, by the way. I'm still not walking probably right. There's some struggles and shit like that, but not the shit that some people deal with. Oh, I can't tell my dad that I don't want to go to university. All this weak shit. And hey, one thing, by the way, really what the reason that I feel this way in my life is that I have a really strong mission. And I'm really connected to my soul-guided desire and purpose, which is immortal. The soul is immortal. And so it gets you thinking bigger. And for me, my purpose is as a teacher. I'm a teacher here. And specifically, I'm talking about teaching the principles from the masters who come before me. And to repackage and sort of reword their wisdoms in a way that's more palatable for more people, to put my perversions on them. This is my immortal quest. And there will be no mortal who will stand in the way of that. I will slay them. They will fucking die before anyone gets in the way of my fucking mission. So that's when you're connected to that. I feel like things are actually more easy.